Grab those calendars. Sheep to Yarn to Quilts is returning to the Illinois Amish Heritage Center. It's sponsoring our segment, and joining us with all the details is Cassie Yoder with the Illinois Amish Heritage Center. Glad to have you here, Cassie.
Yeah, thanks, Grace.
Yes. Okay, well, this sounds like a really cool event that is just around the corner. Tell me a little bit about what people can look forward to.
So this is our annual event that always kicks off in the spring, and it deals with the sheep shearing. Okay. And so for those who have never heard of the Illinois Amish Heritage Center, it's located right in between Arthur and Arcola. Yeah. Super easy to get to, so you take the Arcola exit and you just head into Amish country of Illinois.
So cool.
It is, and the whole campus is really to grow and continue to bring the Amish houses and to preserve the Amish history and the heritage. And so people really get a feel for it, not just at the event, but when you come to any of the events throughout the year at the Heritage Center.
Yeah, it sounds like Sheep to Yarn to Quilts is kind of going to be a little bit of a glimpse of all that you can find throughout the year. It sounds like there's a ton going on, a lot planned.
Yes.
Let's give a little breakdown of what's planned.
It's going to be on Saturday, May 13th, and it is at 7 a.m. It kicks off with pancake breakfast. So that's usually one of the favorites that everybody comes for. Yes. Start your day early, start your weekend early, do the pancake breakfast there. And then throughout the day, there's various things, the attractions. So you can see the sheep shearing. You can actually see that firsthand, which for a lot of people, cool. I mean, you maybe have seen something if you watched Mr. Rogers as a kid. Yeah. But otherwise, to be able to see something firsthand, to have a petting zoo that is there, yeah. and to talk to the local Amish about the animals, and then, of course, to see the barn that we, remember, you came out.
Yes, absolutely.
That was raised last fall. But to be able to do tours of the Amish houses that are there on site, and then see the barn, all of it deals with so many different aspects, from the agricultural education side of things for those who are interested in the quilts. So a lot of women come to this event, the sheep shearing event, because the quilts that are on display, learning about all of the process of quilt making. Yeah. So there's just a little bit for everybody. And if the Amish side of it doesn't interest you, a lot of times people come for the agricultural side. There's elements for everything and for every age group too.
Yeah, that's really cool. We were looking at some of those pictures. You could see the shears that they use, which is pretty amazing. That would be pretty incredible to see them actually do that.
Yes.
And see the process, taking it step by step. Why would you encourage someone to come check out the campus? Maybe if they even can't make it to this event, why come check out the Illinois Amish Heritage Center in general?
Yeah, it's a great question. And I really think it fundamentally comes down to right here in our own backyard, you know, just 20 miles down the road from Champaign. Yeah. Hop on over and be able to see a completely different way. It's a simple way of life. Yeah. And I think with the buzz and the hubbub that we have in our lives, it's so nice to be able to have a piece of our history and have a piece of our heritage for people to learn about. And there's various events all throughout the year. So sheep shearing is the one that kicks off in the spring, so May 13th, so it's coming right up. But then we also have every other year the steam threshing. So that is amazing because it's like taking through the agriculture through the years, through the decades, and the history of that. You get to see firsthand like the Amish, how they do it with a horse. And then we also know the common and the commercial side of the agricultural life. But the Heritage Center really does a great job about educating people of not just the Amish side of things, but that agricultural component. Yeah. Then, of course, in the fall, we do Harvest to Home. Yes. So there's a little bit of everything. Now, the campus, of course, has different hours. You can check it out on their website to get a full, view of when the hours are if you can't make it to the sheep shearing event on the 13th.
And for the campus, are there ways that maybe like students can come check it out with, their class or something and do tours? That'd be really cool.
It really is. And so we always see a lot of bus groups that come through that are coming through Arthur. And then when school kicks back up, I mean, there is always that option to be able to have those types of tours for any age group of child, and to be able to make it an excursion, whether you're learning about the history side of things, maybe it's the ag, maybe you want to learn. There's a lot. And we also see even from an architectural side of things, because all of those houses have been refurbished. So when you have these homes that were original Amish homes in the 1800s, and now you can walk in them, it's beautiful to know that they have been restored back to the way that they were, and the history, and having that preserved the way that it is. It really just takes you going to the Heritage Center and seeing the campus and doing the tours and just having a day. It's really wonderful.
Well, May 13th is the day to kick off maybe some of those tours, taking family members once you see it. It's a really cool campus. The houses are cool to just walk through and get a little bit of a perspective of what this is like. The barn raising was amazing last fall, so it's also an excuse to go kind of see what it it looks like now that it's all ready to go to be able to walk through and see all of it. Let's talk through details of May 13th one more time in terms of pancake breakfast, time, everything like that.
So that kicks off at 7 a.m. Okay. So, and then after that, then the doors open. You can go see all the attractions, the petting zoo, all of the other things. And like we said, it's for every age.
Yes.
Every age. Bring the family. It's a great excursion to have on a Saturday if you have nothing going on, and just kind of get a feel for things. And there's so much to do in that area anyway.
Absolutely. And kids will enjoy that. I mean, an immersive experience is an educational one, and this is definitely that.
I always say, go get dirty. This is the best place. Go get your hands dirty, play on the dirt, pet the animals. It's a great time.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us and filling us in. Definitely one to mark on the calendar, May 13th. And if you would like more details or just to hear a little bit more about this, we'll connect you with all the details over on CILiving.tv. And we do thank Best Western Plus and Amazing Arcola for sponsoring our segment today.